ruin your Saturday plans. Right now, our traffic cameras show the roads are dry. We have some important information you need because you're under an ABC-7 first alert for tomorrow, Nicole.
That's right. We're talking a big drop in temperatures and the possibility of areas flooding. Details in your full forecast.
Also, she said the death of her baby was an accident, but a jury still came back with a guilty verdict in this case. Now we're looking at the punishment for Riverside High School teacher Waukesha Ives. Mike not happy with it, saying, wow, for roasting her child alive in a car. This is a joke. But Joanne saying how sad. I don't think this is right. Poor lady. What do you think? Join the discussion. Also, El Paso's County Hospital now with a final deal on the table. Children's Hospital has until Monday to accept it, or it's on its own. And tomorrow is the Battle of I-10, with UTEP traveling to Las Cruces to face the Aggies of New Mexico State. Well, at least one of our teams will finally get that first win of the season. And we'll even see a few of your high school football picks tonight. You've been sharing them with us all evening. This is ABC-7 at 9. Get ready. You become part of the day's news right now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC-7 at 9 on the El Paso Las Cruces CW.
Well, hello everybody. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on ABC-7 at 9 on the CW. I'm Bob Harp. Storm track weather is your top story right now because we have that first alert in effect now. Nicole, we're talking about a cool down and a good chance for rain.
A major cool down, Bob. I mean, not only are we expecting cooler temperatures, but rain chances in the forecast for tomorrow as well. Today it was a beautiful day, but again, it will be much cooler tomorrow. Thunderstorm potential is there. So in our full forecast, we're going to talk about the possibility of heavy rain and flash flooding. Temperatures right now in El Paso and Las Cruces, comfortable out there in the upper 80s. We're at 80 degrees Las Cruces, mostly clear skies, and winds are out of the south to southwest at 7 miles per hour. So the forecast looks great tonight. It's hard to believe that we're tracking so much activity for tomorrow. Most of the moisture is well to our south and towards our southeast. Not much taking place here in El Paso and Las Cruces, but towards portions of Hudspeth and Culberson County. That's where most of the activity is taking place. Our future track model showing us those clouds in place early in the morning. Notice towards the east, we're already starting to see some of that moisture develop. But in your full forecast, we're going to break it down hour by hour when the best shot at seeing these showers will be. We'll also have your forecast for the Battle of I-10 and the Munster Truck Show.
Hey, and speaking of the Battle of I-10, Nicole, you're the Miner, I'm the Aggie.
You did this the other day.
Okay, go Aggies. You want to say your go Miners?
Go Miners.
And notice how I just ignored the fact that you said I said go Aggies with a pick.
I know, I'm going to clip it and post it online.
We'll talk to you in just a sec. Thanks so much, Nicole. Okay, on a serious note now, we are all waiting to learn how much time behind bars, if any, Riverside High School teacher Waukesha Ives will get for the death of her little baby. Now, this is a picture that reporter Andrew J. Polk tweeted this afternoon. Moments after the guilty verdict was read, Ives was convicted of negligent homicide. Back in May 2013, Ives left her 5-month-old daughter inside her SUV while she went to work. A district judge will decide what Waukesha Ives' punishment will be, anywhere between 6 months to 2 years in prison, or maybe just probation. Andrew continues our complete coverage.
After deliberating for just under 10 hours, the jury found Waukesha Ives guilty on the second count of criminal negligent homicide. Ives was found not guilty on the first count of injury to a child by omission. There were quiet exclamations of yes and then muffled gasps from family and friends behind Ives in the courtroom as the verdict was read. Judge Patrick Garcia then ordered a recess and took all attorneys into chambers to discuss the next phase of the trial. Ives was consoled and hugged by attorneys after the verdict was read and then by her husband as the discussion went on. Ives ultimately waived her right to have the next phase of the trial of sentencing done by a jury, instead allowing Judge Patrick Garcia to make the decision instead.
The case is still going on. But y'all were there enough to know that this was brutal. I can say that much.
Judge Patrick Garcia ordered that 3-week investigation with the next hearing happening at 1:30 p.m. on October 8th. We'll be sure to be there and have the latest on air and online at KVIA.com. For now, reporting at the El Paso County Courthouse, Andrew J. Polk, ABC-7.
Andrew, thank you. Also tonight, a young El Paso woman convicted of murder is beginning her 48-year prison sentence. There is a chance Sonia Batista will get parole after 24 years, half of the time. Now, the victim, 22-year-old Jose Castañon, was found dead inside of a home on the 2600 block of Hamilton. apartment. That is where Batista says Jose Castañón attacked her with scissors, so she broke a cookie jar over his head. Two of Batista's friends, Brianna Garay and Ricardo Macias, are also set to be tried for murder. Police say the three were trying to buy ecstasy pills from Castañón when the deal went wrong. ABC-7 with some breaking news out of Phoenix tonight, where investigators have just arrested a suspect in connection with a string of shootings along Phoenix area highways. A spokesman for the governor is saying police took a suspect into custody at a Walmart in Glendale, which is a suburb of West Phoenix. Now, this is aerial footage just into our newsroom, courtesy of our ABC affiliate in Phoenix. Since August 29th, there have been 11 confirmed shootings of vehicles in the Phoenix area. Most happened on I-10. The shootings prompted several school districts to keep their buses off the freeways and had many drivers looking for alternate routes to avoid driving on I-10. The breaking news, the suspect has been taken into custody. Here in El Paso, University Medical Center just made what appears to be its final offer to save its next-door neighbor. The message is take it or face closing down altogether. Developing now, a UMC spokesman is saying his legal team delivered a term sheet to Children's Hospital today. Details on what the terms are won't be released just yet, but we did learn it has a Monday deadline. UMC claims Children's owes it at least $100 million for unpaid services and staff. So over the last year, since Children's did not pay UMC anything, the county hospital made numerous offers to work something out, but the Children's Hospital Board of Trustees did not want UMC to take over the hospital, so it chose the bankruptcy route. And it looks like a UMC takeover may happen anyway if this deal is accepted. But UMC will have even more debt to worry about if that happens, because we learned Children's made false claims to the government, saying it paid $27 million in rent, which we all know never happened. Depending on the penalties, Children's may have to pay the government between $22 and $66 million because it was reimbursed for some of that money it claims it paid. And we will, of course, let you know on Monday if Children's Hospital accepts UMC's latest offer. So we are less than a day away, as Nicole said, from the annual Battle of I-10 football showdown. Kickoff 6 p.m. at Aggie Memorial Stadium with New Mexico State hosting UTEP. So both teams are desperate for a win here. Neither has a win on the season. The Miners won 6 straight games against the Aggies, but nothing's guaranteed, especially with UTEP's star player, Aaron Jones, out for the season. We are all one in this community, as we like to say, but it gets really complicated when you have El Pasoans like me, who either went to NMSU or, even worse, for the anti-Aggie fans, the El Pasoans who play as Aggies.
We got a lot of kids from El Paso on this team, and a lot of kids from this area, so it means a lot to a lot of people.
Both teams get jacked up for this game. This is a rivalry game that has been for a long time. Both cities get jacked up, both universities, and I'm sure there's excitement on both ends.
It's not a rivalry till we start winning it, and we haven't won it in 7 years, so to me, it's not a rivalry until it's even, and we've got to even it up. I'm sure they don't look at it as a rivalry. They think they're going to come over here and dominate the football game like they have for 7 years. And
much respect for you, Coach Martin. I agree. It's not much of a rivalry unless, the other side wins every now and then. So kickoff for the game is set for 6 p.m. at Aggie Memorial Stadium. You can watch it there, of course, or on Aggie Vision as well. Your first alert coverage is only on ABC-7. Nicole, the UTEP Miner, telling me, the NMSU Aggie, to take a jacket to the game if we go, right?
Yes, a light jacket, not a coat, just
not a parka, right? Calm down, Bob.
Just a light jacket, a poncho, umbrella,
okay.
Something. I warned you, Bob. If you go,
you did.
You're going to be cold if you don't have a jacket.
You were my first alert.
Right, that's right. Let's talk about that first alert. We're expecting big changes in the forecast tomorrow. And coming up in your full forecast, I'm going to compare the temperatures, our forecast high today, and the temperature, our forecast temperature for tomorrow. So again, for Saturday, the first alert issued for that big drop in temperatures, the increase in rain that we're expecting, and the thunderstorm potential for tomorrow. Just keep in mind, as some of these storms develop, we could see heavy rainfall, and some areas could also see flooding. Be careful if you're traveling along I-25 tomorrow, headed to the Battle of I-10. Currently, we're in the upper 80s, so it is very comfortable out there. Our winds are calm, But again, those changes are on the way. We're also going to track that cold front coming up in just a few minutes. Now, well to our south, that's where most of the moisture is, and also towards our southeast along I-10, Sierra Blanca. But it has been a very nice night. Now, our future track model showing us the rest of this evening, very slight rain chances in the forecast. But coming up in your full forecast, we'll take a look at the Battle of I-10. Again, I'm going to compare the forecast temperature for today and tomorrow because there is a big difference. Bob?
Flash you tomorrow, me at the game in a parka and ski goggles and skis. Calm down, dude. Oh, yeah, maybe. All right, so be prepared for tomorrow's game, as Nicole just told you. And speaking of football, congrats to Coronado coach Don Brooks, who just had the school stadium dedicated in his honor. ABC-7 caught up with the coach right before tonight's game against the big team, Odessa Permian.
Really an honor, maybe one that's not really deserved, but it's one that I appreciate because I know that some people think I deserve it. And it's a great honor, to be honest with you, to be up to Coach Quarles.
All right, also look for the score of the Coronado Permian game and all the others in our area tonight at 10:35 on the Borderland Blitz. If you or anyone you know went to or is at the games currently, share your pictures with us. We want to see you on the CW. Just post them on your Facebook or Twitter page, and all you have to do is use the hashtag Borderland Blitz, and we'll be sure to get them. And we will show them on the Blitz, and I'll even have some of them Friday nights at 9 o'clock throughout the football season. Here we go. As promised, one of my old high school friends, Christy. Well, I knew her as Christy Thomas. She's now Christy Sanchez. She shared this picture with us, and she wrote, "Hi, Bob. This is a picture of my husband and my son, Frankie and Frankie Jr. My husband just got home from overseas and got to watch El Dorado beat Gadsden last night." Remember, this was last week. And the proud mom posted another writing, "Frankie Sanchez Jr., El Dorado inside linebacker, number 51. Thanks, Christy. We appreciate that. And hey, Nicole, how about this? Our old stomping grounds, Shawnee Nixon sent us a picture from the Andrews-Irvin rivalry. How cool is that?
Oh, they're so cute. I remember being that young, Bob.
Remember when?
Young and cute.
Way back, right? We're not that old. Hey, you are a proud Andrews Eagle, I just got to say, in case anybody doesn't know that.
Very proud.
Very proud. But
79934.
79924. Now I live in the 34 Northeast. Hey, but just to be fair, everybody, all you Irvin Rockets, before you start hating on us, Darren Hunt is a proud Irvin Rocket, and we work fine together. So, you know, that rivalry can be left at home when you got to work.
He doesn't bring that up very much around us, though.
I know he doesn't. Yeah, we really don't bring it up around him either. We don't rub it in. But we're just a little bit better. No, I'm just kidding, Irvin. Just kidding, Irvin. Hey, also, real quick, want to let you know that an El Paso woman looking to make history tomorrow night, Jen Hahn, is the #1 ranked female featherweight. She's from El Paso, and she's taking on Ghana's Helen Joseph. Now, tomorrow night at the Don Haskins Center is where it is. The fight is for the IBF World Featherweight Championship, and today was the official weigh-in. Both women say they are ready. You might want to grab some tissues for this one. Emma Touchstone is a kindergarten student at Rosa Guerrera Elementary in West El Paso. Nicole, if you didn't see my story earlier at 6, you got to take a look because her dad is a soldier who was deployed for 8 months, and Emma's mom called her daughter's principal to make today a day that Emma will never forget.
And she asked if she could involve us in a surprise reunion with her dad. So of course we wanted to participate, and we decided to get a few more students involved so we can have a lot of our school involved in this reunion.
And that was Principal Crossley, and she got a lot of the students together for a really cool study session on a book that they're all reading. It's called The Big Bad Wolf is Good. And in that story, we learn the wolf that we all grew up with, he's not so bad. He actually grows up to be a good wolf. The kids learned all about heroes in the community, like soldiers. And so little Emma volunteered to read along with the rest of her classmates. And then the Big Bad Wolf came in soldier costume to show it's really her pops, Sergeant Chase Touchstick, surprising little Emma, who burst into tears.
Definitely, you know, just hanging out and play. Definitely have a tea party with her. She wants to have a tea party. And then just play with her and then the dogs, because she likes to play with the dogs together. And then just sit and watch TV, whatever she wants to do, really.
It's all about her, right? Sergeant Touchton says it also meant a lot to see all the kids there to support his daughter. That really made it feel good. So welcome home, Sergeant. And Nicole, how about this? He made it all about her, saying it's the tea party that is important right now.
Oh,
No, right?
so cute. That's the second time I've seen that, and each time it makes me tear up.
I was going to ask you, wiping those tears
I
up
love
yet?
it. I love it.
Well, maybe some rain, not tears over the weekend in your face. Right now, ABC-7 text.traffic camera showing you everything looks A-OK out on the roads. But Nichole, it could change. And how about this, though? We issued the first alert because a big change. Veronica is very excited. And I say very excited. Look at how many exclamation points she uses. Yes! Let it rain!
I'm sure that's exactly how she said it, too, when she was
had to do it.
But there is rain in the forecast. That's one of the reasons we issued the first alert. The other reason, that big drop in temperatures. So details coming up in your full forecast.
All right, thanks, Nichole. And also, what story tonight has Lorraine telling us on our Facebook page? Since when did the life of a family pet become more important than the life of an innocent child? And then the other side, this can happen to anyone. From Alejandro and Michael, no winners here. Well, they're all talking about our top story. A Riverside High School teacher just convicted in the death of her baby. The heavy conversation on Waukesha Ives that you're having right now on our Facebook page, that's still to come. This is ABC 7 at 9 on the CW. You don't just watch the news, you are the news here. We'll be right back.